Happy Wednesday Eve, y'all. This TikTok is for those who have to purchase on SeatGeek. Those are people who are going to shows in Maryland/DC, Nashville, Arlington, or Glendale, Arizona. You guys will be on SeatGeek. Okay. Any link that you receive from Live Nation is going to dump you over to SeatGeek. All right. So I got some tips for y'all. Let's get into it. Number one, use a computer. Use a computer versus your phone if you can. If it is all possible, use a computer. Apparently, SeatGeek has been known to kind of crash, act a little wonky when you try to do things on a phone versus a computer. So if you can, try to use a computer. Go ahead and create your SeatGeek account now. You're listening to me now. If you have time, stop. Go ahead and create your SeatGeek account if you're not already done so. When you create your account, please use an email that you have access to, okay? Put your email in correctly and use the email that you have access to. While you're creating your account, go ahead and put your payment information in, your debit or credit information. So now that you've got your account created, be on the lookout for an email from Live Nation by tomorrow. That's going to include your SeatGeek code that you're going to need to enter prior to being able to unlock the page to actually purchase. Okay, so be on the lookout for that code. Let's go ahead and clear up what the quote unquote pre-sale time is. Okay, it's 12 o'clock noon. But it's 12 o'clock noon for that respective venue, whichever venue you are going to. Okay. I'm going to venues that are on the East Coast. Okay. So they're all going to be 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay. If you live on the West Coast and you're going to a show on the East Coast, you're going to go by the East Coast time for 12 o'clock p.m., which of course is going to be different from your time. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. We're not all going to be buying tickets at the exact same time. Okay, if we're using our respective venues' time. Make sense? Okay, because I saw that question kind of floating around and just wanted to get that clear. Okay, now that that's clear, log on at least 30 minutes prior to 12 o'clock that time. Okay, so that means you need to be logged in no later than 11:30. There are mixed reviews as to whether you're going to have to put in your pre-sale code when you are entering the waiting room or whether you will have to enter it once you're let into the queue. But either way, have it ready. What I like to do is copy it. I copy it so that I'm able to just paste it when I need it. Now, we've done that. Once we get into the queue, it's kind of going to operate something similar to Ticketmaster. They mentioned to expect a queue, expect possible auto refreshes. Don't panic if the page reloads. Don't refresh while you're in your queue. Let things happen naturally. Instead of having the numbers like we have on Ticketmaster to indicate, where we are as things move along, you're just going to have a red bar. It's a red bar across the screen. They mentioned that they do not think it's indicative of your place in queue. They mentioned it's not reliable. But eventually, supposedly, this red bar moves to completion, and then you are let into your window to purchase tickets. Once your purchase is complete, know that transfers, your ticket is going to have to be transferred. It will tell you that your ticket is going to be sent to you via email. Okay, sometimes you get it, it sounds like moments later. Sometimes you don't get it until close to the time for the show. They talk about this thing called delayed release, where the venues don't release barcodes until closer to the event to prevent fraud or duplicated tickets, which means the tickets may not be available for transfer until the day before or even hours before the event. Timing is entirely determined by the ticket issuer and cannot be expedited. Okay, so just wanted to throw that in there. You might get the tickets right away. You might get access to those tickets right away. But if you don't, now you have why you might not get access to them right away. It's because of this delayed release. If anything is to go awry, SeatGeek has this buyer guarantee. Okay, so I would suggest you look into that just in case so that you understand what process you can go through if something goes left. We know that when we purchase with Ticketmaster, when we're in the checkout box, we typically have about, I think it's 8 to 10 minutes to check out. I'm estimating on time, but we have a pretty decent amount of time that we can use to check out. It seems like SeatGeek's time is a little bit shorter. They don't hold your tickets as long. So once again, it's going to be important that you put your account information in your SeatGeek account beforehand so that you can go ahead and get in there and check out and you won't lose your tickets. Some people were asking about being able to see the map for their respective shows. You should be able to see the maps now. I think they've been there for a few days, for a while now. If you want to go ahead and preview, the map for your respective city. Those 4 cities that are on SeatGeek, all of the shows now have their maps on SeatGeek, but definitely the 4 shows that have to, or the 5 shows total that have to purchase on SeatGeek, there are maps there now so that you can be able to look and preview areas that you want to preview. Apparently, when you first go into SeatGeek to purchase, it will automatically default to a quantity of 2 tickets. Okay, it's going to default to 2 tickets. So be careful with that. If you are just looking to purchase one or you're looking to purchase more, make sure you go ahead and change that default before you start looking for tickets. Regarding payment options and installment plans on SeatGeek, SeatGeek only accepts Affirm on their website. On SeatGeek's website, you will only find Affirm. You will not find Klarna. Okay, so if you want to use Klarna, the way that you're going to do this is one or two ways. It's either going to be through the Klarna app, or you can use SeatGeek and try to generate a one-time debit card through Klarna. I'm going to insert a video showing you how you can do this. So I'm in Klarna's app already. I put in SeatGeek. You see it says a recent search. So I'm going to hit SeatGeek, and it's going to pull up its webpage. And from here, you're going to do your sign in and you're going to do your purchase like you normally would. The only difference is now you do have the ability to pay with Klarna. You see the option at the bottom. Okay, so this is a seamless process. If you want to do Klarna, you could do it this way. The other option, if you prefer to shop for your tickets on a laptop device or a desktop device directly on SeatGeek's website, then that would be to create a one-time card with Klarna. And you can go to their website, Klarna's website. It gives you directions on how to create a one-time card. But basically what it is going to give you is a virtual card to use at your checkout on SeatGeek.com. If I just scroll down, it tells you how it works. You're going to log in or create an account online or in the app by clicking the button below. Create a one-time card, enter your desired purchase amount, including shipping and taxes. At this time, there's an approval process to issue the card, after which you will see the payment methods available to you. And then once you're approved, you're going to copy over the one-time card details. Paste the one-time card info at checkout as if it's a new Visa card, and then you'll place your order. So that is your second option. City Card members, their tickets went on sale today. I'm sure you've been seeing some TikToks floating around and people showing us their prices, what the price ranges were for this show. There are people in my comments that have come back and reported prices that they have seen as well. So that pre-sale is up and running at this point. I don't know if all the tickets are gone for City Card, but that pre-sale is up and running. We have 1 day and 19 hours until the artist pre-sale. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys today. This was very SeatGeek heavy. Tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you some more good info. So tune in. I think you will be very interested in what I have to talk about tomorrow. All right. But until then, guys, have a good night. Bye.